he left while it was still dark. He left before the sun came up, and he had to knock over a few Roman guards to get out. But after he knocked them over, he slipped out and found the women and appeared to the women, but he didn't appear to a whole crowd when he got up from the grave. Why? Because he's sneaky.
What? You know, we have stupid, but then we got stupid. You know what I'm talking about? Check this out.
I've heard about the strength of Jesus. I've heard about the sovereignty of Jesus. Well, there's a good church word for you. The sovereignty of Jesus. He is sovereign over death and hell and the grave. And I heard about that. But you know what nobody ever told me about? And I want to tell you about it. Is how sneaky Jesus was.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
First of all, no. This is so stupid. This is what I'm talking about. Stupid preaching.
You're looking at me strange.
Yeah.
You're looking at me like you've never heard that Jesus, well, when he got up from the grave, I'll prove this to you that he was sneaky. When he got up from the grave, he left while it was still dark. He left before the sun came up, and he had to knock over a few Roman guards to get out. But after he knocked them over...
Wait a minute!
Jesus had to knock over some guards and all of that to get out? Matthew 28:1. In the end of the Sabbath, as it began to dawn toward the first day of the week, came Mary Magdalene and the other Mary to the sepulchre. And behold, there was a great earthquake, for the angel of the Lord descended from heaven, and came and rolled back the stone from the door, and sat upon it. His countenance was like lightning, and his raiment white as snow. And for fear of him, the keepers did shake, and became as dead men. It don't say that he had to get past anybody there. What about Mark? And very early in the morning, the first day of the week, they came unto the sepulchre at the rising of the sun. And they said among themselves, Who shall roll away the stone from the door of the sepulchre? And when they looked, they saw that the stone was rolled away, for it was very great. It doesn't say that he had to get past anyone there. What about Luke? Now upon the first day of the week, very early in the morning, they came unto the sepulchre, bringing the spices which they had prepared, and certain others with them. Verse 2. And they found the stone rolled away from the sepulchre. It doesn't say that he had to get past anyone there either. What about John? The first day of the week cometh Mary Magdalene early, when it was yet dark, unto the sepulchre, and seeth the stone rolled away from the sepulchre. There is no mention of Jesus hustling and tussling with nobody to get out. It's not written.
And he had to knock over a few Roman guards to get out.
Slow it down!
And he had to knock over a few Roman guards to get out.
Slow it down!
And he had to knock over a few Roman guards to get out. But after he knocked them over, he slipped out and found the women and appeared to the women, but he didn't appear to a whole crowd when he got up from the grave. Why? Because he's sneaky. He's sneaky.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Trash.
That's why he was born like a baby in a town like Bethlehem, because he's sneaky. He wasn't born in a political capital. He was born in a backwoods town because he's sneaky. I never heard a sermon about sneaky Jesus. Maybe I should preach a whole series one time called Sneaky Jesus.
No, you shouldn't.
Because watch him. He walks up to Cleo and he's like, what you talking about? Never mind the fact that you are God. Never mind the fact that you are resurrected. Just what you talking about. What's he doing? He's creeping on Cleo. You never heard this kind of preaching before.
No,
you
it's
think
stupid.
when God shows up, it's always going to be spectacular. That he's going to show up and something big's going to happen. No, he's very sneaky.
What?
My man, why are you doing that? I'm gonna leave it alone. People on YouTube, too sensitive.
He'll just sneak in to ordinary situations. He'll just sneak in ordinary moments. He'll just sneak in. He won't give you any advance notice. He won't ask you to sign a waiver. He won't put a sign in the clouds. None of that, because he's sneaky. One time Peter was in a storm and Jesus came walking out on the water and everybody said, it's a ghost. No, it's Jesus. But he's sneaky. He sneaks up on them. He snuck up in the locked doors when they were waiting for him. He snuck up on Cleo. What makes you think he's not sneaking up on you today? Just because you can't feel him doesn't mean he's not with you. He's sneaky.
He ain't in there, my boy.
He's sneaky. He sneaks out of the tomb and he sneaks up on Cleo.
People, Jesus did not sneak out of the tomb. The Bible says there was an earthquake. I mean, I guess.
Let me tell you what he was doing up on the cross. This is what they didn't understand. And this is why they fled. And this is why they lost their hope. Because all they saw was death. But Jesus didn't die so that death could reign. He died to bring victory into the earth. But he couldn't bring victory into the earth looking like victory. He had to dress it up like death and hang it on a cross because he's sneaky.
Y'all ever see somebody talk and their whole mouth just get wet and they start foaming up in the corners and you can see all the wetness and come on, man, take your time, boy, slow down.
He's sneaky. He's sneaky. And here's what he does. He'll send glory into your life, but it won't look like glory. He'll send blessing into your life, but it won't look like blessing. He'll send patience into your life dressed like your teenager. Think about it. Because he's sneaky. And he'll send some of the best times in your life dressed like some of the hardest times. You don't see it while you're in it. I'm gonna stay right here on this point because y'all are so quiet. I know I'm preaching right to your guts. I'm preaching to your small intestine. Sneaky. He's sneaky. So he's up there on the cross and he says it's finished because he was speaking in code because he's sneaky. To tell us that, because to them that sounded like it's over. We got him, it's done, he's dead. Because he's sneaky. So when he wanted to bring life into the earth, he snuck it in through death. When he wanted to bring peace to the earth, he snuck it in through chaos because he's sneaky. Sneaky, sneaky. Sneaky Jesus. I'm thankful that he's strong, but I will never understand his strength if I don't learn to see it in sorrow. Because sometimes God will sneak the strength that you've been praying for in your life like through the sorrow. Talk to me. Y'all don't have to be quiet. Don't let these people make you quiet. Talk to me. Don't let them intimidate you.
Talk to me. Talk to me. No, boy.
But usually we understand that more on the return trip. So they walked all 7 miles, but they didn't recognize Jesus. They were kept from recognizing him. They were kept from recognizing him until he sits down at the table. Watch how sneaky he is. Takes the bread, blesses it, and breaks it. You see what he's doing? Because that's what had happened to his body. Because that's what had happened to their hope. Because that's what always has to happen in your life before you really see the glory of God.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
The text is very simple. Luke 24:30. And it came to pass, as he sat at meat with them, he took bread and blessed it and brake it and gave it to them. And their eyes were open and they knew him, and he vanished out of their sight. Where does it say anything about them or us being broken, their faith being broken, and our faith being broken? Where is that at in the text?
And he told them on the road, he said, don't you understand? Did not the Messiah, verse 26, have to suffer these things? Did he not have to suffer these things and then enter his glory? See, Glory never looks like glory when it's coming. It never looks like glory when you see it coming. But when he took the bread, blessed it, broke it, and gave it to them, when he gave it to them, they saw not only the broken bread, but they saw the place where the nails had been, and then they recognized him when he did that, because he's sneaky. And he did not describe it, he demonstrated it.
But they constrained him, saying, Abide with us, for it is toward evening, and the day is far spent. And he went in to tarry with them. And it came to pass, as he sat at meat with them, he took bread, and blessed it, and brake it, and gave it to them. And their eyes were opened, and they knew him. Why were their eyes open? He blessed the bread just like he always did when he was with them. They knew him by how he blessed the bread. Simple read. When it comes to Steven Furtick,
That boy is good. Good and terrible.